case you didn't know, it's almost getting close. In case you didn't know, it's all unraveling. Listen, man, in case you didn't know, it's almost getting close. In case you didn't know, it's all unraveling.
Shalom.
Yeah, it's all. Hey, I would like to welcome you to the podcast. And these are your hosts. Shit, you show.
And also my audience, my family.
And you know me. And Roshan.
What's happening, brother?
Shoot a key.
No, not. I was just gonna let the music pass by and then speak so people can hear.
Done. I guess I could have turned the volume down a little bit, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, it is. But we would like to welcome you. Today is September 16th, and you know how we do it. It is on the day that the Greeks call
Hold on.
Thursday.
Get my hammer.
Already. It's been a pleasure, man. We 26 episodes in. I've been enjoying this. Face of the show done changed a little bit, but the spirit of the show has remained the same. This is where you can come. You're going to get news broken down in layman's terms, where the Most High allow us to be able to hear the rhetoric and the chaos that they're talking, to be able to explain it to our people. We in the last days, man. We are in the last days. I don't know, how much time we got. I'm not fit to sit here and act like, what's his name? Astradamus? That's his name?
Nostradamus.
Yeah, Nostradamus. Yeah, I'm not fit to, Nostradamus and say, hey, the world is about to end and such. But there are signs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all should always talk about the signs. Y'all should tell us, hey, you hypocrites can read the sky and know when it is about to rain, but you can't discern the signs of the world that we are living in and know that it is coming to an end. We titled this show, "The Gods of This World Are Standing Up," and we titled it that for a reason. All right. We're going to talk some entertainment today. We don't have a whole lot of news this show. I can't say that this show is going to be different from previous shows, but we don't have news per se, right?
Just what we eyeballed and seen, and like we know like firsthand on what is the message they're trying to send just by put it out there for 5 seconds maybe.
Exactly, and they're attacking our young people. And they're attacking our young people in a way that parents are not even aware of some of the things that they're doing. One of the stories that we're going to talk about rattled me to the bones. I had absolutely even somebody like us who stay on top of stuff get by us. You know what I'm saying? And this was something that got by. This is something that got by me, man. And when it came to my attention, all praises to the Most High, Abba, my son. He the one that brought it to my attention. When it came to my attention, I was like, wow, are you serious? And so I talked to my daughter about it, and my daughter actually know a person, if not several people, who participate in this practice, right? But that's later on in the show. We want to start off with something serious, but something funny at the same time. I saw a shirt, it said, I told my wife I ought to buy it and wear it to a family function. The shirt said, "Don't blame me. I voted for Trump." Now, I don't vote.
I will get it. I don't vote either, but I will wear it. And I'll wear it with American pride.
God.
Yeah.
I can see me wearing that shirt going to a family for me. My family and my wife's family, they'll run me up out of there. Try to anyway. You know what I'm saying? But we about to see the person that you voted in at his greatest.
Yeah. This y'all king, everybody.
At his greatest, man. I mean, I was too young when Carter was in office, so I only heard of of the things that he did and did not do. But every president since Ronald Reagan, I could literally go down if we had the time. I could go through each president from Ronald Reagan to Obama and tell you something significant that they have literally done, whether it's good or bad. This cat has been in office, what now, 7 months? What has he done so far?
Oh man,
he left American citizens in Afghanistan.
And then cried about the dogs that's being left. Not the citizens. He sent Peter out to save the dogs.
You know,
what the hell, man? What the hell? They got the dogs and left the people. Who gonna feed the dogs, man? Who gonna feed the dogs?
This dude has been in office and have only thing that he really has done, and I'm gonna tell you this, and this is what's sad when it comes to our people. They probably think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. All he done was cut checks.
Yeah, that's all. That's all it takes for to make us happy.
All he done was cut checks, and now they're gonna have to pay for them checks that they done took, because he's saying, look, if you want to participate in this economy going forward, you're going to have to get jabbed up. But other than that, man, I called this, sure. Tell me if I'm lying, Safa. Did I not say before the president election that Joe Biden is loony in the head? Did I not say that?
Yeah. Yeah, used to say it.
I said,
and right when you said it, he gave about 4 or 5 reasons on why you said it.
Joe ain't right upstairs, man.
Nah.
I put a little small video clip, and we finna discuss this. All right, here we go. This is y'all king, Mr. Joe Biden.
And just before we go, let's end the evening with a word from the leader of the free world. I'll personally write a check to anybody who can decipher what Joe Biden is trying to convey here.
Yeah, what do you want to do with Biden? I want to box him. I should be so lucky. But it is the kinds of things, or, stuff that's coming out of Florida, stuff that's coming out of, Robert E. Lee in Afghanistan. You're the one. No, anyway.
Florida, Robert E. Lee. How is that man dressing himself, let alone leading the most powerful nation on earth?
Rising in with I don't know.
The voting system works, people. The voting system works. Wow.
With
Turn your microphone on.
My bad.
Yeah.
I'm acting like Joe right now, right?
Say, man.
But for real though, Aki, the question I want to ask about this guy. Wait a minute, I always do it wrong. This guy.
Yeah.
This guy. Question I want to ask about this guy is, do you think that this dude should be forced to take a cognitive test?
Nope.
You don't think so?
For what? They got him exactly where they want him. And when he started malfunctioning like that and dozing off while he's sleeping, like he did in these clips, hey, his mission is to get them jabs out there. That's why he in that seat.
This dude ain't right, man.
He right for the part, but nah, he ain't right.
This dude ain't right, man. And I'm gonna tell you something else. And they covering up this entire regime here because what have you really heard from the VP, Kamala? Nothing. This is an I'm finna tear this word up. My wife is gonna chew me up. A debauchery.
Yeah.
I'm like Trump right now. All the other nations laughing at America, man. This is not the first time these type of incidents have been caught on camera with this dude. This dude fell smooth asleep while sitting up talking to a Jewish. You seen it?
Yeah, I seen that.
He was knocked out.
As I say, they don't care if he nod off or go to sleep or wake up mumbling like he always do.
That question, he said they asked, what do you want to do with Joe? Maybe boxing.
He answered them.
If I could be so lucky. And he got to talking about Robert E. Lee and
Afghanistan. I was still trying to figure out when they asked, what do you want to do with Biden? Did Biden answer what he wanted to do with Biden? He want to box him?
I don't know.
I'm trying to.
Who is they is the question, man.
Yeah.
Who is he talking about? Dude, they are doing a piss poor job. They're doing a piss poor job of covering up this man's mental capacity right now, man.
Yeah.
You'd have thought they'd have been on top of that when the brother stumbled up the stairs of
Air Force One
and stumbled down the stairs of Air Force. You'd have thought that they'd have been on top of it, okay? Jill, I think they done moved Jill, his wife, to the side because Jill was doing a decent job of covering it up because she would always walk him out to the podium and she would be right there. So when he finished, he'll do that turnaround because he don't know where he at. And she'll be right there to grab him by the elbow and get him in the right direction.
Like he a blind person.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if this dude got on grown people diapers, man.
I was gonna say that.
I would not be surprised if this dude is wearing grown people diapers. Man.
Hey, and to add to it, I wouldn't even be surprised if he peed them out till the little crystals came out them jokers.
You know what I'm saying, man? This dude is not right. And the only thing that he know how to talk about is this is a war against the unvaccinated.
Yeah.
Now, he don't miss a beat when he gets to talking about that.
I believe, I ain't gonna even say that because that's too much credit. I believe he even write his own speeches when it comes to the unvaccinated.
Yeah, no.
After what we just seen.
No.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I tell my wife, this brother got Post-it notes around the White House.
Yeah, left foot, right foot.
With arrows pointing to the restroom.
Got it on, put me on, got it on shirts.
Brother go to the bathroom in the morning to brush his teeth and just be thoroughly longer. He don't even recognize himself. The brother mind is out of there, man. And yet you hear the question that the lady asked, man. She said, how is this guy even dressing himself? Let alone being the leader of the free world. Sleepy Joe Biden.
Sleepy Joe Biden.
That started us off for today's show. Let's go to our music break. And after our music breaks, we're gonna get right into our stories, man. This one
Afghanistan.
This one here is called Hebrews to Negroes. The artist is Lorvins. Free use.
And we don't own the rights.
We do not own the rights.
fire, and now it's time to wake up. We're about to go higher. From Hebrews to Negroes, from Hebrews to Negroes, from Hebrews to Negroes, from Hebrews to Negroes. It's been a long time coming, but we here now. Yeah. Scattered all around the world, hidden in the midst of the nation. We was taken from far away, across the Atlantic, a slave trade. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They came in disguise with their Lord. Their intentions was evil for sure. What kind of people that would do such a thing like this? Yeah. Stacking humans on top of each other, ripping children from their mothers, and making example of their fathers. Oh, honey, is this up? We've been through the fire, and now it's time to wake up. We're about to go higher. From Hebrews to Negroes, from Hebrews to Negroes, from Hebrews to Negroes, from Hebrews to Negroes. Sometimes it hurts so bad. The situation of my people, it's sad. They move around like the walking dead. No assurance of their life cause they live with fear. Who are them cursed people? They always at the bottom, those people. Head shaking at those people. Every nation hates those people. We here now, stand, my people. We coming into our heritage. You better wake up, this ain't no fairy tale. Our Elohim, he's here. He's restoring our stolen identities. And you know what this really, really means. We up next. Oh, honey, is this up? It's up. We've been through the fire. The fire. Now it's time to wake up. Wake up. We're about to go higher. Go higher. From Hebrews to Negroes. To Negroes. Hebrews to Negroes. From Hebrews to Negroes. Yeah. Hebrews to Negroes.
Man, I almost started clapping at the end of that song.
This song is beautiful, man. I
Yeah,
just found out about this song today, man. And that's what I love about um, who we are, right? We're so you get to see how talented we are as a people.
man.
And so with a little small Salakia, a little small nugget here, I want to throw this in here. The name of that song was From Hebrews to Negroes. And in case you don't know, in case you are somebody who is just not getting, finding out about this show or whatever, you are not a Negro. You are not an African American. And don't take Shia Yeshub Judah's word for it. Don't take Oxafai word for it. Go and research this here for yourself, right? This is not a religion that we're trying to push on anybody. This is our culture. Jeremiah 17:4, even I said Ahia that I will discontinue you from the heritage of which I have given you. We have been discontinued from our heritage. We have absolutely no idea who we are. That's why every 5, 6, 7 years, what do? They give us a brand new description of who we are, right?
Mm-hmm.
From Hebrews to Negroes, that's who we are. So I just want to,
And I just want to add to it. It's a lot of names in between Hebrew and Negro as well. So we've been called something for each generation.
Con, we really have.
I'm sorry, man. That thumbnail.
Yeah,
That thumb.
I already know. I
The caption itself is just.
Yeah. Let me pull up this article here, right?
Yeah. So why you doing that, man? This story, man, is crazy, bro. If you don't mind me explaining why you're pulling it up.
No, sir. No,
All
sir.
right. So the woman is known for provocativeness, sitting on the throne with Lil Kim, and we all know what Kim did. And lyrically, this is me coming off, rapping wise. Lyrically, I think she can, hang up there with her. Other than that, this woman has been putting out nastiness for, about her first album all the way up to now. Then she pushing the agenda that they want to put out there to show our little young black females, look, you can be a thought, you can have a WAP, all that, so on and so on. But if you decide to have your own thought, oh, don't do that if you're in the entertainment business. If you have your own thought or anything that they trying to push to go against, that you're going against whatever they trying to put out there, this is what happened for you. Now they trying to call the White House in to have a sit down with them. Because she had the idea to not to go to this, what was that, award show?
Nah, it was the Met Gala.
Yeah, the gala.
Yeah, it was the Met Gala.
Go to the gala without showing, without no vaccination. She didn't want to bring nothing home to the child, basically. And which I get it, newborn. Yeah, they easy to get all that stuff. But she said, no, I'm not vaccinated, but I still need to do some more research on the vaccination. Okay, they rose flags everywhere. This is where we at now.
And for the first time I ever have Shia Yeshua been on the side of Nicki Minaj. I've never agreed with anything that comes from this young lady's perspective, right? This goes to show also that she is a little bit wiser than most people would think. There's two things happening right now. The gods of this world are standing up, but also the vessels that a lot of these gods are using, they're also standing up, and they are. It's almost to a point where they're tired of being used, right? And they're starting to speak out against certain things. I found it interesting. And I'm going to read a little bit of this article here, right? It says this, and this is out of USA Today. Washington AP, the White House offered Wednesday to connect Nicki Minaj with one of Biden's administration doctors to address her questions about COVID-19 vaccine after the Trinidadian-born rapper erroneous tweet alleging the vaccine causes impotency went viral. The White House said that they offered such calls with other concerns about the vaccine, part of an aggressive public relations campaign to break back rampant disinformation about the vaccine safety and effectiveness. Minaj tweet Wednesday that the White House has invited me, and yes, I'm going. But a White House official said the rapper was simply offered a call. Minaj made headlines earlier this week when she noted in a tweet to her more than 22.6 million followers, and it's important that they put that in there because that is why they are so upset, because she has 26.6 million followers, right? That the Met Gala required attendance to be vaccinated and that she wouldn't get the shot until I feel I've done enough research. I want to highlight that if I can. Until I've done enough research. She later issued a tweet sharing an unverified story. Who else needs to verify this story but the people who know about it is my question, right?
Hey, don't ask that because you got you a check. What's the name of those people? They be checking your tweets. Your fact check.
Fact check.
You got fact check just by saying good morning to everybody on Facebook. Next thing you know, you had a big fact check. So who needs the verification? Exactly.
I mean, it's not verified by who? It's not verified by Fauci. It's not verified by Sleepy Joe Biden. It's not verified by. I mean, who needs to? She's telling the story. It's no different than you and I telling the story of the summer 2014, right? Wasn't nobody else there with us. Therefore, no one else can verify the things that you and I was doing in 2014. We telling a story. That's what Nikki did.
There's some fun stories too, ladies and gentlemen.
Con, you see I picked 2014, right? Minaj asserted the unidentified individual became impotent and his testicles became swollen after receiving the shot.
I'm childish. I'm sorry, but go ahead. I'm childish.
Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's leading infectious disease expert, dismissed the claim as misinformation during an interview. How did he know that it's misinformation? Let me finish it, then we're going to talk. I'm sorry, man. He says that there is no evidence that it happens, nor is there any mechanistics reason to imagine that it would happen, he says. Dr. Anthony Fauci defends booster shots. New York judge blocks states. Oh, that's a whole nother article there. But, okay. He's saying that there's no proof that it happened. The proof that it happened is that she said it happened.
Who wants to lie about saying, hey man, guess what? Somebody nuts swollen and it's because of the vaccination.
You see what I'm saying?
Who wants to go around saying that?
It makes absolutely no sense, man.
What time do she have? How much time on her hand do she have to try to start a rumor? That is a busy lady.
Busy lady. This is something that she's seen with her own two eyeballs.
Yeah.
and not only is her cousin's friend, testicles became swollen. The young lady that he was engaged to, she called a wedding off.
That's how serious it is. So I mean, that's a lot.
It is.
That's a lot of makeup story, man.
And all Nikki said, Nikki was not no anti. You could go and check. She's not no anti-vaxxer. She's just a smart individual. She said, "Look, I'm not messing with it until I feel that I've done enough research on it." What's wrong with that? What's wrong with doing research on what's supposed to go into your body? This is my temple.
Hey, they did the research for us, remember? Why prove all things and hold fast to what is good when somebody said it, that it's okay?
You know what's funny, Aya, is that let me scroll up to it. This is what's funny about this as well. That they upset because of these 26 million followers she got, right? Nikki can't be talking like that because this is 26 million people that follow her that may believe this story, this unverified story about her cousin, which means that these 26 million people may not now never get this vaccine because they're going to be scared that their balls going to swell up.
Yeah.
So to counter that, they said the White House offered Wednesday to connect Nicki Minaj with one of Biden's administration doctors to address her questions. What the lady said that she want to study for herself. She didn't say nothing about me with no dang Sleepy Joe Biden's administrative doctor.
Administration. And you know who's gonna walk in there? That big nasty man in that dress. Hi everyone. Hi Nikki. What's that that nasty white thing walking around?
Yeah, we did the story on the first episode.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Nikki. Hi.
I hear you have questions about the vaccine.
Yes, I do, Mrs. Man.
You know, Roman and we've been sitting we really don't know a whole lot about the vaccine.
And her craziness in there too.
A room full of nuts.
room full of nuts. But check this out. Speaking of that, on your boy Steve, Judge Harvey is what I like to call him now. On Judge Harvey radio show, man, syndicated radio show. The other morning they was talking about this. I don't understand why people have an issue with getting it. You know, they still ain't saying nothing to convince me. Oh, it's this, and I need to find out what's it. No, America has approved this. That's how he talking to. America has approved. Go get it. And everybody in the studio, yeah, yeah. You know, all that, and the Strawberry Woman and Nephew Tommy, they all sit there just agreeing with it. I'm like, boy. And then he's gonna say this one woman has said something that made sense. She said, I'd rather study a little bit more because I want to know what it do to me getting pregnant if I want to get pregnant. So he said that's the only thing that ever made sense to him. Isn't that the same thing, kind of like this story?
Same thing. The exact same thing. Kind of like this story. Now, this is what's going to happen, because you see, it says Minaj tweeted Wednesday that the White House has invited me and Roman, and yes, we're going. Roman is an alternate, in case people don't know. Roman come out whenever he want to. Look,
yeah,
little demon boy. By the way, let me
orphanage.
Yeah,
an orphanage that died years. Yeah,
little demon boy. You know what I'm saying? But back to what I'm saying. What's gonna happen, is that she's gonna go to the White House and she's gonna come out of that White House. She's gonna come out of that meeting, whether she talk to him on the phone or actually go to the White House. She is gonna come out of that meeting with a whole different verbiage. That's what's gonna happen.
That's the celebrity whisper.
That's why they want to get her there.
That celebrity whisper. They gonna say something to her and she gonna come out totally different.
She gonna come out totally different. Mark our words, man. She gonna come up out of that joker now talking about, the vaccine is safe and we really need to get it. And I don't see anything. I don't see anything different than this, man, because once they get them people, man, they got a way of getting their way, right?
Yeah.
And this is why Steve, I have never liked Steve Harvey. I mean, ever. This nigga has been a coon before I even knew what a coon was.
He is promoting. I'm talking about just that he could be a whole show on his own.
Yes, exactly. And with that being said, man, we've been meaning to get a show with Bill Gates. We cannot forget. We got to do an entire show.
Oh, yeah.
We got to do one entire show on Mr. Bill Gates. But, Nicki Minaj, man, as of right now, with my closing remarks, I would like to give her a thumbs up for thinking for herself as long as she could,
Right.
People like that got a short window to use their own mind. A short window. So within that short window, she used her own mind. She said, I'm not going to that Met Gala because they said that I got to get vaccinated. She said, if I'm going to get vaccinated, it's not going to be for the gala. That's what she said. You know what I'm saying? And say, hey, who am I to argue with her?
Nope.
Why are they arguing with her? That's that lady's body, man. That is that lady's body. And we should have a say of what goes into our body and what don't go into our body, right?
Come on.
We should have a say on that. That's Nicki Minaj, man. Nick Cannon done made the news too, Yeah. Nick done made the news, man. Again. Again. I can't say I'm a Nick Cannon fan, but what I can say is that Nick is a very talented brother. And I can say that Nick that's what I was about to say. He's a very smart brother. Very smart brother. Nick, I think his smartness is what got him in trouble as well. You know how our parents used to tell us when we was younger, you getting beside yourself, or too big for your britches, or stop being mannish. I believe that was the beginning of Nick's downfall, is that you can become so good and make these people so much money that you would start to think that you equal with them. And I think that's what Nick thought. Nick was starting to believe that he was equal with them and that he can do and say whatever he wanted to. And that's why he sat down with Professor Griff. Professor Griff was already a black ball in the industry.
Say, man, Mr.
And
Griff.
he didn't care, though. That's the thing. See, you got people who know what the consequences are going to be, and they good with that. They good with that. Professor Griff was good with the consequence. He didn't trip when they kicked him out of Boogie Down Production.
Right.
You
PE.
know? Public Enemy, Con, exactly. He didn't trip when they kicked him out. He already knew what time it was. He was, in fact, this brother he took his medicine like a man, and he have not changed his song. So,
well, it's because the man, he was the smartest one in the group.
Con. He read the most books.
Yeah, he read the most books. He laid the right tracks. He know what to write down to say. Yeah.
And so Nick Cannon done started reading books.
Yeah.
And he started edifying himself. And Nick came across some knowledge, man, that we are the true Hebrews that the Bible speak of. And Nick thought that, hey, I need to share this with my people because
just like we all do.
Because he thought that he was an equal. He didn't realize that his stardom was paid for.
Yeah.
He didn't realize that. And now they are humbling him. So I'm going to run this video clip here, right? With Nick back in the news. Mr. Nick Cannon done made the news again. Then we fit to talk about this.
What's gonna happen here, bro? It has been all sorts of crazy. It's the VMAs, right?
Absolutely.
Anyone in particular you looking forward to seeing this evening?
Just a little bit of everyone. You know, it's always fun to come out, especially in New York City. You know, my home. So I'm looking forward to seeing everyone.
So good. Have you heard the news this evening that Miss Britney Spears is engaged?
Oh no! Wow! Congrats!
Yeah, congrats, girl. And we have got to see your fashion, honey, because that braid.
Yeah.
How long is that braid?
She's very long. She's taller than me.
She sure is, Ashante, but you are always bringing it. Is it going to... I didn't know that was...
He's crazy.
I didn't even know that was him. I didn't even know that was you. You're so... Wait a sec. Is that Nick? Oh, my God.
How you doing, Queen? Oh, I'm in the presence of God. Word up.
What are you doing, Nick? Who them pants up, boy?
Before we get into Nick, I gotta make note of this. She asked Ashante, have you heard the news that Britney got engaged? Ashante did a really good job of acting like she cared, man.
Yeah. 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 Because did nobody really care, but they tried their best to blast that to make that like center news.
She did a really good job. I give Ashante props. She did a really good job to make it seem like she cared.
Because she wanted to say, Britney who? Like, y'all came out around the same time. What are you trying?
But the gods of this world are standing up, Oxify.
And the gods are standing up, and the people that serve them are serving right now.
There is no complaints anymore. I was telling you, and I was also telling my wife the same thing, that there is nothing new that's happening in this world right now. It's just happening at a faster rate now. And the reason why is because of Revelation 12, right? That the dragon, that the serpent knows that his time is short. And because he knows that his time is short, what is he doing? He's speeding up. It's just like if you was at work, perfect example. If you would work and you know you get off at 4 o'clock, well, you look at your clock, it's 2:45, right? And you know that you got a lot of stuff that you got to take care of. So what are you going to do? You're going to start working harder to get that finished. So when 4 o'clock come, you can be ready to jet.
Right.
This dude know that he's in the last hour, so there's things that he got to do, and he is working our kids. This is why the show is called The Gods of This World Is Standing Up. Nick Cannon is somebody that our kids, not only kids, even people as old as you and I, they idolize this dude, man. I never thought about the word idol before until here recently, man. The word idol itself, that's an idol. That's a pop idol. That's a movie star idol. You know, you see what I'm saying? Scripture tells us in the law that there should be no other God before me. For I am a jealous God. That's what he say. And what do we think false gods are? They are idols. So this whole world have been setting up what? Idols, or should we say gods? And as parents, I just told my wife, you're a father of many, Father Abraham.
Yeah.
I have many sons. It's hard to compete with this world, Safa. I can't compete with a Nick Cannon. I can sit my family down night after night and break bread with them. You know what I'm saying? Tell them the goodness of the Most High and tell them what Hamashiach has done for us to allow us this second chance to make it to the kingdom. But in this world that we live in, we cannot compete with this world, man.
Nah. We gotta double, triple, quadruple up on lessons and it's still a challenge.
And pray.
Yeah.
Just like Job, that I don't know what my kids done, but Ahaya, if you can you just spare their soul? While we dealing with what we dealing with. I'm dealing to keep my soul intact. Right? But then you look at this brother here, man, back to the story, right? We're going to have to run through this real quick because we got 2 more to hit.
Yeah.
I believe, and this is what happens when you lay in bed with snakes. You get bit. Nick's only source of income is the industry. Nick don't know how to fix no cars. Nick don't know how to put lights in. Nick is not going to go to no grocery store and ring up no groceries and bag groceries. Nick is not going to go to no Foot Locker. You see what I'm saying? And he got a lifestyle, so he got to maintain it. And they got him by the balls.
Yeah.
My position is that he was made to do that. That's my position. My position is that they was like, he got a new TV show. Did you ever look up the name of the TV show? I didn't.
I think it's called a Nick Cannon show.
Is that what it's going to be?
I believe so.
On it too? Say, man, look, Nick, we'll give you a second chance. Because what did he do after he had that interview with Professor? He gave money to some Shriners and some money to some what I keep calling them wizards. I forgot what they actually called, some rabbis. The rabbis.
Yeah, he gave it to. Yeah, I'm used to calling them wizards, but yeah. And then he turned around and wanted to join the Jewish black community. He tried to combine black and Jew. Yeah, man. So all this, he's all over the place trying to show that, hey, I'm sorry for what I did. Y'all give me my money. I'm sorry. You know, just behind the scenes, just it could go on, but just put me out there, look like I'm bad. Just make it look like I ain't got to get as much as I was getting, but look, I'm back. And let me stay where I'm at, please.
Right. And this is the cost of fame. I mean, our positions on why he did it varies. They different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I believe that they made him do it. You saying that he did that on his own, but the fact, the common denominator is this: he did it. Then he came back and said it wasn't him.
Yeah. So that's the crazy part on while we saying if he did it or they made him. The point is, it happened to please them.
That's the bottom line. That they had to be appeased, and this was their way of doing it. Because this is the main thing that people need to understand, especially the younger generation who is trying to get into the entertainment business, fame is not free.
Nah.
It's not free. It comes with a cost. What are you willing to pay?
Yep.
Look at what they doing to Lil Nas X, man. Look at that kid, man. Now, I said and I watched about 45 minutes of the Country Music Awards. You look at the Country Music Awards and you set it next to the VMA Awards and you will see a vast difference.
Well, see, the thing about the VMA Awards, the reason why I said what I said, because that VMA Awards, no matter what year it is, you always gonna have people coming out the way they feel. Just like what's her name came out in a meat suit one day, one time. It's like they all do outrageous dressing out there to show, look, hey, this is our world. This is what we do. This is what we do in our crazy little world. Lady Gaga, that's who it was who had that meat outfit on.
Was that the VMA Awards that I thought that was the MTV Awards that he dressed like that on.
No, that's the same thing. Video Music Award.
Oh, okay, then that's what it was. Okay,
yeah.
Then.
So at that award, they allowed to just dress any kind of way.
It was the perfect time for him to
there
do
you go.
Like that.
Yeah.
I so say that he was made, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I did what you're saying, and I'm not saying that you're wrong, but it's gonna take a hell of a lot to push me off of my rock on him being made, because this is not a young Nick no more. As I was,
it's not.
We were talking last night. This is not a young Nick anymore, and this is a very highly intelligent Nick Cannon. And this is a Nick Cannon who, over the time, has been trying to change his perspective and his image. You dig what I'm saying? It's almost like Kim Cole's mama, right? You know, she never could get cast in Hollywood because she was always be Penny's mama on Good Time. And she could never get away from that image. So they'll put in a movie and all people see is, where were you at, Penny? I was with JJ and the urn. You dig what I'm saying? And so Nick has been working to change what people perceive him as a little boy doing foolish stuff. You see what I'm saying? And so, Nick, you want to get back? You want to get back? You really want to get back, Nick? This what don't look like Shanae little sister.
I mean, he did look like Shanae. But at the same time, you be in a relationship so long with somebody, man. You be in a relationship so long with somebody, you hurt that person. You're going to do everything you can to make that person smile again. So now we on the same path. We know he's pleasing them, but this man grew up in the industry. You grew up somewhere, you know what it takes to make daddy happy. I'm going to go do this to make daddy happy in a relationship.
This is the reason why we differ on the reason he did it, is because I don't think Nick liked them enough to want to make them happy. Right now, Nick is at a point in his life that he's only doing what they want him to do because that's what he got to do. I don't think Nick give a damn about me. It's just like Ice Cube. Ice Cube done fell out with them Jews, man.
Yeah. See, that's a different way. He ain't trying to get back in the spotlight. Cube say, okay, I can touch what I need to touch in this industry. I'm good.
Cube done made his money. He good. He done seen the good, the bad, and the ugly.
The man says.
And Cube don't care.
He don't care. Call me O'Shea.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nick, on the other hand, he came in as a baby.
He came in as a baby.
All he knows is this. All he knows is this. They gave him they gave him Nick, and then Nick at Night at a very early age, man, before he got with Mariah. So when he got with Mariah's that's the no. Heck no, that's Clive Davis' Bang toy back in the day.
Okay, then.
So when you giving something young, but when you get into that relationship with Mariah, I knew right then and there, and I wasn't even, walking in the truth. I was a conspiracy theorist back then. I was like, okay, that's his handling. Everything about him, everything has changed. So he went from there to trying to mature, like you said, trying to change his image. This when he started to change his image. When he got with her, I've been following Nick for a long time. So yeah, it's that dude. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, brother. I mean, back to we say, the common denominator is that he did it. And this goes back to Lorvin's song from Hebrews to Negroes, man. They know who we are.
They know who we
they
are.
have absolutely no problem whatsoever with destroying our image. That was humiliation. Whether he wanted to do it, he knew that he had to do it to humiliate himself, or whether they told him to do it because you got to humiliate yourself. There was a humiliation ritual that we saw with Nick Cannon.
And it ain't going to be the last with him.
And it is not going to be the last. It is not going to be the last at all, man. And I'm going to tell you who will put a dress on right now if they told him to do it. Steve Harvey.
Oh, he wear one regardless, man.
He'll put one on right now. Now, we got a story on mystical millennials, right? We got about 10 minutes, man.
Well, I'm learning from you. Me and the artist was to learn through you with this one. This I got started on, but I've been on the luminaries. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the luminaries. I've been studying the luminaries, so that's been catching up with a lot of my time, Aki. I ain't gonna lie, Aya.
Let's do 3 minutes on Chloe right quick. All right.
Okay.
And it's something I want to hit on this here, man. It's been about 3 minutes. Let's go through this here real quick. It's right there in the right-hand corner. Oh, hold up. Hold up. There we go. Right there in the right-hand corner, you got Chloe Elizabeth Bailey, July 1st. That's her age. She's 23. She's from Georgia, right? Other names, Chloe. Singer, songwriter, actress, and recorded producer. And the young lady is very talented. I'm 2003. That blew my mind because I'm just not finding out about her right now. You say you've been following her for a long time, right? So,
man, her and her sister. Yeah.
Right. So here we got Parkwood Columbia Records, right? This is what I want to talk about. Parkwood Columbia Records. What does that say? Who owns it?
Columbia Records is an American record label owned by Sony Music Entertainment. And
no, not that one. I'm sorry. Right here. There we go.
Parkwood Entertainment is an American management and entertainment company founded by Beyonce Knowles Carter in 2010. The company began as a production until for videos and films in 2008. It was located in New York City until 2016 when its officials were moved to Los Angeles due to close.
Okay. So that's what I want to talk about, man. We have seen Beyonce from Destiny Child when she was a little girl all the way up to now. Same thing. You know, the industry had her to marry Jay-Z as her handler. You know what I'm saying? She was managed by her daddy. Her daddy was managing her. Not even her mama. Her mama was a hairdresser. Her daddy saw the vision like Joe Jackson did with them boys and was like, hey, I'm gonna make her a superstar. He never, I don't believe that. What's her daddy's name? What's his first name?
I forgot. Is it Michael?
No, it ain't Michael. I
forgot, but I know he's a breast cancer survivor. I know that.
Okay, that's new to me. But okay. But he never really had a vision of Destiny Child being a superstar band. But he always had a vision of Beyonce being a superstar. And he did what he was supposed to do and got that girl to the very top of her game. And then they had their fallout, right? But then here now, Beyonce done started her management company. And one of her artists is Chloe. And throughout the years of watching Beyonce, right, the guys of this world are standing up. There is no shyness no more, man. I was looking at some of those VMA award performances, man, and all I could do was shake my head. We are living in a wicked, wicked, wicked world, as it was in the day of no social being the coming of the Son of Man. And that's the world that we're living in right now. I wanted to pull up some videos of Chloe, but I couldn't because they was way too provocative. I didn't want the videos to be shown on our show. And that's the point that I'm making right now with Chloe being managed by Beyonce. You would think coming from an industry and management where they did their best to keep her as a wholesome young lady, right? She would walk right up to the line and stop, never cross the line. Beyonce might shake a little booty here or a little there, but it's never too exotic. You know what I'm saying? Never too exotic. So when you look at some of the stuff that Chloe Bailey is doing, I
was shocked. I was shocked when I saw that. When I saw that video, I was like, man, what? Because that ain't the person I remember.
She's selling her soul right before our eyes. And this is the strange thing about this, is that people are enjoying it. The world is showing you who their allegiance to, man.
They got her. Now, that's the one thing you got to first notice when you get yourself over. The first thing they do is take you away from family that has nothing to do with it. They took her from her sister, who I'm used to seeing her side, like how we are side by side all the time. That's how they are in their videos. That's my first time seeing her, and I was actually looking that long to see when her sister's gonna come out, and sing. But because they did the song that they did together on her, but she wasn't there. So
Chloe must got the whole package and must be willing to go all the way, man. Goes back to what we were saying. I think that's like a theme of this show, is that the price of fame is not free, man. What are you willing to give up to get? The devil took Yasha upon a high pinnacle and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and said, I give you all of this if you will bow down and worship me.
So he showed him that flat world, huh?
All the kingdoms of the earth.
There you go.
All the kingdoms of the earth. And when Yasha turned that down, there was a group of people called Kaisars, which are related to the Caesars. They took that deal, and they have all the kingdoms, and they are presenting these kingdoms in front of Hebrew Israelite boys and girls, man, and say, I give you all of this if you bow down and worship me. And that's what they doing. That video, Mercy, man, that is a demonic, satanic video from the time it started.
Called Mercy.
It's called Mercy.
Yep. They put the secrets. They put the secrets in the titles and everything.
She chanting in her opening at the BMA Awards. She's singing her name, Chloe. But see, what people don't understand, and you ain't got to take my word for it. Kanye dropped jewels on this show.
Yeah.
They know the music industry know the different sounds and pitches to call certain gods, man, and spirits and rams. Music is hypnotic. How many times you been driving, listening to a song, and you know your exit coming up, but you were so caught up in the song, you will pass right by your exit, and then you'll stop out and be like, oh.
Yep. I do that. And I also, once it hit my head, I got to get the song out of my head. I got to turn it on. Yeah.
And that's the thing. This is why we look at our women the way that we do as black men. We don't look at our women as sisters. We don't look at them as mothers. We don't look at them as queens. We don't look at them as wives. We look at them as thoughts, and we look at them as whores, because that's what we've been conditioned to look at them as.
Yeah.
There is a saying that you are what you eat. Well, you are also whatever it is that you consume by looking at or listening to. And when we look, that is a beautiful young lady, cannot be denied. Her and her sister both. But because she can sing, that's not enough. Beautiful voice.
Yep.
That's not enough. Oh, she can act. That's not enough. Oh, she can write. That's not enough. Well, what else do you want? Get butt naked.
Only in our community.
And that video, this is another thing in that video, if you haven't seen it, it has a succubus spirit in it, man.
No, I ain't seen it. I don't plan on seeing it.
She has a succubus. She is playing a succubus demon in that video.
That's it's shocking to hear this, man, compared to what I'm used to seeing.
You look at her face, man, she look like a little innocent young child.
Yeah. That's
Tina
what I said
knows.
about Ariana Grande. But go ahead.
Tina knows, and Beyonce are going to pay for what they doing.
And Tina looks like a witch.
Tina look like a witch, man. But hell, Beyonce look like a witch.
Beyonce, yeah, she looked like a sex slave demon, man. Like they just, man.
She still look like a witch to me, man. I'm gonna tell you somebody who I do enjoy, who music I enjoy, and she is an admitted witch, Erykah Badu.
Oh yeah.
I haven't
I don't
looked
know.
up her name yet. I'm gonna look that name up, but I believe that her name has something to do with.
Yeah.
I haven't, you know what I'm saying, went into it and did that. But yeah, I'm a Erykah Badu, man. I like her music. But Erykah is a witch.
Yep. Did she make her eyes change colors or on the phone? She was on the phone.
Erykah sells candles with her vaginal secretions, man.
All right, next story.
That's casting spells, man.
Next story, please.
And people, hold on. What do scriptures tell us, man? Because we can't talk about these kind of things without bringing the scripture and the law.
Suffer a witch not to live.
Suffer a witch not to live. And every time we buy their music, every time we buy a ticket to their shows, every time we tune in to them on TV, we are suffering those witches to live.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the best times in the world to be a Hebrew Israelite, because we the only ones that's in this world right now that is calling out the foolishness in this world. If the church was really the house of God, they would be calling it out too. But instead, they embracing it.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna be able to
come
get
as
to
you are.
We're not gonna be able to get to the mystical millennials. Maybe we'll bring that out at the beginning of the show next week. We already in an hour.
Yeah. And I'm still doing some studying on that critical race, man. That is some deep stuff, bro.
Critical race theory, yeah, we'll bring that subject up again later as well in the show. But I enjoyed sitting down with you today, Ian.
Yeah, just a little. Yeah, I am like, yeah. They got to listen to us again, like a telephone conversation.
Con. Yep, I appreciated this, man. Not often do we go and get to talk about the entertainers, but these are the things that they are putting before our younger generation, man. And they always start with the younger generation to groom and shape. A lot of people think that the New World Order is going to be a microchip and it's going to be Bitcoin. The New World Order is a system, and it's a religion. And this is a religion that they are teaching these kids now, and these kids are buying into it. And it's to give you a little small sample of what mystical millennials is. Once the pandemic hit and everybody was locked up in their houses, they gave kids even more time to get on them apps and those social media sites like Snapchat and YouTube and what else? Instagram and all that. And they are teaching these kids, the millennials, they are teaching these kids to worship stones. And the sad thing about this is that parents have absolutely no idea what their kids are doing. Yeah. I often wonder, I ask my wife, man, I say, do you ever, or was it you I asked? I said, do you ever think about Sodom and Gomorrah right before it got destroyed, what people was doing?
Oh, no, you didn't ask me that, man. They were there. It was gross in there. Yeah.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm just talking about people was living their life like we is.
No, right I'm talking about, They was, what was that? I know they was having a party when Lot went to the daughter, so they almost being hung over the next day, just chilling, cleaning up the mess. Yeah, because they
just like right now. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's important to bring this type of stuff out, man. The spirit of wisdom, the spirit of whoredom, all of these different gods are in this world, and people have become numb to it, and it has become socially accepted to the point to where if you do say something about it, something is wrong with you.
Yeah, I went around the room looking for rocks because my kids, they like to collect pebbles. So I'm looking like, okay, that ain't no pink one. They look like a salt lick. All right, no, okay, yeah. I went around,
God, like on one of the comments on the video, the young lady said, I'm gonna ask my mama to buy me some crystals, and I'm gonna tell her that I want them because they're beautiful, and I'm just gonna use them for decor so she won't ask too many questions. That alone right there tell you that these kids know that what they're doing is not right. Why you gotta lie about it? This is the exact same thing that they were doing in the time of Nahor, Abram's daddy.
Yep.
The exact same thing.
That's what me and my wife talked about. She said she was asking, because I got to talking about them crystals and all that. So she said, it's just like how Abraham daddy was doing. I said, just like that.
Just like that.
And if it didn't do what they wanted them to do, they go chunk that iron in the water.
They'll go chunk it and go get another one. And my daughter was telling me that they go recharge them in the sun, and they do some stuff that's called manifestation, where they'll speak something so many times during the day, and then it happens. So they manifested that. We are surrounded by wicked spirits. And
so the law of attraction wasn't good enough for them. They had to up it from a book to a stone.
They are teaching this to our kids, man. So as parents, I don't know who you are, how old your children are, but take the time out and talk to your kids. Find out what your kids are doing. Find out what they are into. Even us as Hebrews, we cannot be content that just because we sit down with our children and hold studies with them and pray with them and teach them the law, that this is what they're doing on a basis. These are kids. And kids are curious. Kids are curious. Talk to your kids. Get to know your kids. Understand your children. For those that don't like the word kids is a big.
I can't stand that word, but I'm over here dealing with
my mama right now. Kid is a billy goat. You know what I'm saying?
Man, say I can't stand that word. Thanks,
Talk to your children. Talk to them. Hold a conversation. Find out. And when I say talk, not fuss. Talk. Hold a conversation with them. That being said, I am Shia Yeshua Judah, man.
And I'm an ox of fire. Enjoy.
This is Truth Be Told Flex Podcast. This was episode number 26. The gods of this world are standing up. We need to stop. We need to stop supporting these devils that is in this entertainment world, man. You know, it's easy for us to say that, hey, it's just music. That's just a movie. That's just that. I bet you they would listen to music when fire and brimstones fell on Sodom and Gomorrah. They were probably looking at some kind of nasty play when fire and brimstone fell on Sodom and Gomorrah. You know,
they got a Vogue contest going on over there.
My fire and brimstone fell on Sodom and Gomorrah. So next week, I am your host, Yeshua Judah.
Ox of fire.
And Ox of Fire. Shalom Israel. Shalom.